What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ace Noir of the Noiria Media Company. Today we're going to be doing tacos and talks with my boy HoodFoodie. HoodFoodie, what's going on, my brothers? Good to see you, man.
Carnito,
Yes,
Anthony,
sir.
man. You know I have mad love for you, dog.
Likewise, bro.
You know, thank you for giving me this opportunity. But you know, we're about to get down, right? And it's only fair that I give credit where credit is due. LA made me, so I'm gonna bring you to one of my go-to spots here in Boyle Heights, Carnitas El Momo, and you're about to find out why.
Let's get into it.
Let's do this.
Y por un segundo incluso pensé que era real. Otra vez hundirme entre tus labios que hace tanto tiempo todavía podía besar. En mi sueño tú me confesabas que aunque habías deseado no me has podido olvidar. Y yo estaba tan enamorado como el primer día en que me encontré tu mirar. Y sigo así, porque son tus ojos todavía lo más precioso que haya topado en la vida.
So what's your go-to order here, bro?
It's a must. I mean, I've been coming here for years. Las carnitas mixtas.
Oh.
I mean, the taco's so flavorful, bro, that it doesn't even need salsa.
Oh.
You know? So, I mean, should we
That's
get
a-
tacos?
that's a big
What do you think?
I mean, I like to eat, bro, so I'm gonna need more than like 1 or 2 tacos, bro. What
Oh,
you
no,
thinking?
yeah. Never mind. No, we definitely got to get una libra de carnitas mixtas. And I think that's going to be able to, you know,
Okay.
fill us up. So, do you want anything to drink?
They got Pacifico?
No tiene cerveza, ¿verdad?
No.
No.
Coca-Cola is fine with me, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, the can or the bottle?
Oh, bottle. Got it in a bottle.
¿Sí tiene Coca
¿Botella?
Cero? No, Coca Cero tampoco. Ok, nada sin azúcar.
Nada sin azúcar.
No, entonces agua. A mí dame un agua.
Bro, I'm so ready. I'm so ready for these tacos, bro. I was thinking about these tacos literally like last night.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, my thing ain't got no thing. I got no cup holder. Dude, I've been thinking about these tacos since like last night, bro. When you had me all geeked about these. I didn't eat anything today, so I'm ready.
Oh no, I've been trying not to eat anything, but I mean, people just try to keep serving me. But right now, it's definitely gonna go down. You're gonna understand why, you know, Carnitas El Momo, it definitely hits hard.
Okay. So why Carnitas El Momo? Like, why did you pick this place?
So, you know, like I had mentioned, right? Like, I give credit where credit is due. LA made me, and I feel that Carnitas El Momo was one of the first places that I stopped at that the bite transported me to my childhood. What does that look like? You know, I was born here in Lakeview Terrace, but my dad was from León, Guanajuato, Mexico. And he sold our house in Coima, moved us to León. So I actually grew up in León, Guanajuato. Why is there a connection? Because these carnitas are from Salamanca, Guanajuato. So it's literally a little, towns, next to each other.
So this brings you all the way back. It's like full circle for you.
Oh no, if there's like a taco spot that I keep, going back to, it's definitely here. And like I said, you're gonna find out for yourself. I want to say I've tried a few tacos out there, right? Like I said, I'm not a critic. I don't do that type of stuff, but I do know what good flavor is. And this is definitely one of my top tacos. And because somebody was asking me like, is it carnitas? Is it this? No, overall, the taco here is just incredible.
All right, bro, you got me geeked. You can't talk no more. Hey, everybody, I just want y'all to know, I did not memorize my questions, so yeah, I'm gonna be looking at my phone throughout this, and I'm gonna be asking them some things. So we're gonna get into it. It's too much to memorize, bro. It's too much.
You know it, and that's what we're about. We're about keeping it real. We're not here, to fake the funk.
I ain't faking it nobody, bro.
Hey, we keep it real, and I think that's why we've been able to, get as far as we've been able to. Because, I mean, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to feel like we've done something right.
God is good, man. I got nothing but gratitude. So.
Okay. Oh, smack.
Oh man. Okay. So while you get that ready for me, I want to ask you something. So you said food is clearly a big part of your identity. What's your earliest memory where food meant more to you than just eating it? I'll get that for you. I got that. Don't even worry about it. But what's your earliest memory where you knew like food was more like than just eating? Like it kind of started getting the gears turning. Like,
I think everybody's gonna be able to relate from your mother shows you her love through her food. I think for me that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what's more epic than that?
it's true.
Right? Because now I get it. You know, my wife, man, like she's an amazing cook. But she shows you her love through feeding you, and you can taste it.
So it brings you back to like community and that family and that sense of home and togetherness.
You said it. Home, love.
Okay.
Food is the universal language of the world.
It is. That is true.
It brings everybody together.
It really do, man. I love food, bro. I like to cook myself, and that's something I've noticed. Yeah, dude.
So that's why we do what we do. You know, it's just man. Because even when I got shot out to LA, right? Like the first restaurant, I get there and even at 1,000 followers, people were already like, oh my God, man, like the HoodFoodie's here. Like my feet were shaking, this and that, and it's like, why? I'm just here to shoot the shit and eat some tacos and create relationships.
Speaking of tacos, bro, I'm gonna have to dig into that, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
man.
you're definitely getting hangry.
I know it's supposed to be. I need to hear. I'm getting
well,
angry.
here.
I'm
You know
ready
what?
to go feast mode.
Get a tortilla. I'm gonna show you
Okay.
what you need to do, right?
Okay. Let me get a cup.
Get whatever you're gonna
get a
get,
cup.
right? Okay. So now what you want to do
Okay.
is you want to get your tortilla, get one of the tortillas, and then just
grab it.
grab your meat.
Just grab it. Okay.
Go ahead.
Uh,
Party like it's 19. Oh, I'm sorry.
you talk about grabbing your meat
let-
and then just having it in your lap like that, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
Your turn. Right?
All right.
So you got your taquito, you got your carnitas mixtas.
Okay.
I would say throw in some salsita, but I definitely want to get your organic review.
Okay.
Because I honestly don't think it needs salsa, right? Obviously, it takes it to a different level, right?
I want to try one with and one without. We'll do that.
Try it first without,
Yeah.
and then try with it because, no, like I said, they're two different tastes, but both of them hit hard.
There you go. I mean, like, if they put as much care and effort as you say they do into the actual carnitas, I'm sure that the salsa is good, and I want to see what that's like. So.
Oh
Let's
no,
do-
we're here because this tastes like love. That's why we're here.
Nah.
So I'll let you be the judge of it.
All right. Oh, that's
Okay, so I'm getting the salsa ready.
That salsa look good, bro.
I don't know, you want to do like a little taco cheers?
Yeah. Provecho.
Provecho.
Let's go. I ain't faking it. I ain't faking it. That might be the best carnitas I've ever had in my entire life, bro. I lived in Mazatlan for 4.5 months. I lived in Mazatlan. I've had a lot of Mexican food. All my exes are Mexican. Yeah, dog. That's it. That's the one right there. Damn. That is. I'll see why you come back to this place. With the salsita?
Now
want
try
to
with you don't want to put too much either, cause
Okay.
you good?
Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm good. Is it spicy? I love it spicy.
About to find out what I'm all about spice.
Oh, me too, bro. Well, that's game over, bro. This is the best carnitas I've ever had in my life. And it ain't even close. The meat is tender and moist and juicy. No, let me not take your gig, bro.
No, and for me, it's like I said, it definitely hits so hard because, with carnitas, it's like Michoacán, Morelia, like that's what they're known for. But to get into the foodie game, and you were gonna tell me that Carnitas El Momo from Salamanca, Guanajuato, where a little town next to where I was brought up, like tastes this good. Oh no, that's a representation of us right there. Puro panza verde.
That's insane, bro. I see that salsa again. So,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's just the meat.
Hey, there's even I don't know if you want some, but there's a jalapeno, there's chile,
They got cilantro y cebolla.
all that good stuff.
I did some of that cilantro y cebolla. Oh man, you spilled a bunch of carnitas on the ground, bro.
I know, man.
¿Qué es esto? Ay, ay, ay. No mames.
Me desconfié. I thought I had it all
Oh man.
in there.
That is so good.
It's all good. It's all good.
That is, dang. Dang, dog. We gotta save Israel some, bro. I don't know if we're gonna be any left, dog. I'm not
Oh no,
gonna lie.
hey, yeah. Wait, should he try it out right now? Cause yeah, we're probably.
Yeah, hey, Israel, come get some. Like, get him on camera. Come get some. Bro, that is ridiculous, dude.
Oh no, he has to. He
has
If not,
to,
we're gonna tear this shit up.
Yeah, bro, you're not gonna get any if you don't try any now, bro. It's eat it now.
Yeah,
and-
like I said, just get in there, get your meat. I see quieres chile,
Yeah, bro.
chile, cilantro, limón. Ooh.
Yeah, that is. Can I see that cilantro y cebolla?
Yeah.
And that limon?
All right, here, if you wanna, there's more over here. Eh?
Bro, that is just ridiculous, man. I'm not even lying. That is crazy.
All right, what do you need? You want? What do you,
Like the whole bag?
No, I just want a little.
sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
You know what? Now I'm shit. I want to get a taco like that with all the fixings.
Do it, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can you see that limon, por favor?
Wee-wees.
Gracias.
There's more chile. Put in it here.
Bro, that is just ridiculous. That is crazy.
Now understanding why I keep coming here.
I do see why you keep coming.
That's it. Yeah.
And it's limon.
Sheesh. It's going down. Feast mode.
That is crazy, bro.
A ver, where's the tortillas at?
It should be over there.
Oh, no, here, no, it's all good, Yeah, handle it.
Oh my god.
Once I get this.
Bro, that is wild.
You know what would be dope if like you get in front of the camera and you try it and then you give your review.
Yeah.
Like in front of us, like
Yeah, you let them know. But that is.
damn. But imagine. Yeah. Dude, but imagine if it was the Meguija too. Fuck.
Maybe a little bit of the red chili.
Oh, the hot sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, no. It's,
No, wait.
That is one of the
it
best
seems
tacos.
like that's like a consomme chile. Like it feels like a consomme.
That's one of the best tacos I've ever had in my entire life.
All right. We'll try to get it.
Are you sure? Oh, okay, let me get a tortilla then. So I just,
Already,
I just want one because
Yeah.
trying to stay light.
Oh no, me and you both, we're trying.
That's crazy.
Hey man, hey, make sure I right here, bro, because there's like one more taco in there, so you better
Get it now?
handle it. Yeah,
Okay.
no, or here, I'll put it down. And
Okay,
I'll just,
let's
I'll
get later.
just- Let me just prepare my taco over here.
Right? Right? Look at his face. He teleported somewhere different, bro. Yup.
Oh no, these bites are like life changing.
Dog. What is this? What am I eating? The tortilla is so soft. You good. What's your rating?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Sheesh.
The tortilla is so soft, it just kind of pulls apart. You just gotta taste it and see.
No, and like I was telling you, right? Like,
Yeah.
like there were so many people here when we're just waiting, and like, almost everybody, as soon as they took that bite, it was like, oh my God, this is so fire, like, you know? So now I'm trying the taquito with everything, cebolla, cilantro, chilito, limoncito, mixta with the freshly made tortilla. Doesn't get better than this. The Saturday morning, good people, good food, you know what I'm saying? Like, living our best life.
Yeah, dude. Right?
Oh no, my wife will not let me back in the house. When I told her that I was gonna be filming at Carnitas El Momo, she said, I will not let you in the house if you don't bring me a pound of carnitas. So we're having this for breakfast and dinner.
I could eat this almost every day, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Exactly.
It might not be good for me, but I mean, I could do it. I'd die happy, that's for sure. Damn, it's so good.
That's why I didn't want to eat. That's why I was trying to save myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, all right. So, I remember before, bro, I was talking about let's go feast mode about this. So, I want you to tell me about HoodFoodie and how it was born and what inspired the name, the mission, and the vibe. Because I know feast mode is like that's like you're saying, right?
I mean, I got multiple sayings. Like I feel like there's different chapters, right? Like, and right now it's feast mode, which obviously there's always like a meaning to the saying. But we'll definitely start in the beginning of in the mission, right? Like, where did the HoodFoodie start?
Yeah.
I had hit my rock bottom. I was, lost for so many years. And for me, honestly, like the way that I look at this journey is God gave me a second chance at life.
Wow.
Because I keep saying like I never looked for the HoodFoodie. It was something where I feel like, I needed to kind of get away of the mindset where I was at, where, hitting my rock bottom, and Instagram had initiated. And now everybody's, posting lifestyle, food, So I was like, hey, man, I can take pictures of like, the places that I go. It just so happens that there was a lot of small businesses in my hood of the 818. Then quickly, I got kicked out to LA, the mecca of the foodie world, and word on the street is that I'm one of the pioneers to push street vendors on Instagram, because now at this point, Get Taquero doesn't get showcased. And it's part of like the streets, but like I said, I 100% roll with God. And he also tells me that, making me realize that this is bigger than me, right? So that's, then after that, everything, it blew up. From certifying restaurants, creating dishes with the people I was helping support, radio podcast interviews, brand deals with McDonald's, Carl's Jr., Panda Express, Don Julio, so many of them that, I wish I could, you guys know who you are. To working with Gordon Ramsay, Aaron Sanchez, Andrew Zimmern. And for me, it always threw me off because, growing up, I was such a picky eater. I don't know how to cook. And because of my disabilities, I haven't been able to keep up with this world.
What disabilities do you have?
So, a lot of people, I don't know if they don't want to see it, or maybe the message doesn't come through, or they just kind of look at like social media to be like, to base their judgment on me. But, it hasn't been easy for me to get to this point. Like I suffer from dyslexia. I have bad memory. I mean, how many times did I have to ask you your name before I, remind,
You still probably has to ask me at the end of this, man. Like,
but the good thing is, I'm definitely working towards it, right? Like I'm changing my mindset. So like now it's like I attach things, right? Like Anthony, oh shit, my nephew Anthony, like bam. So like one of the things is we never stop, right? Like we never stop. So that's why I said, I haven't been able to keep up in this world yet. Right? And I'm a big advocate for mental health. I do suffer from bipolar depression, disabilities that I could have easily said, you know what, thrown in the towel. But something inside me doesn't allow me. I don't know if it's a resiliency, I don't know, being resilient or I don't know what it is, but so many times that I've thrown in the towel and I just keep going, and it seems like it's affecting a lot of people, inspiring a lot of people, and so I feel like, that's one of the bases of the journey and how it started. I feel like God put me in this position to let people know that if I've been able to get this far with the little resources that I've had, and still working towards myself, still trying to learn to love myself, what's stopping you guys? That you guys have all the tools.
So would you say that once you started getting some motion, hold on, we got a car. All right, so then would you say that it was once you started seeing motion and started seeing like what was possible that you made that transition from it being like a hobby and just something that you did to like being more of like a purpose and a calling? Like, would you say like when you saw how like you feel like God was blessing you and opening up these doors, and you know, you spoke about how you're such an advocate for mental health and self-awareness that, you know, like once you saw that it was real, like, oh snap, I'm really doing this. Like, is that what kind of was a catalyst to, you know, make you connect the dots and see this as like a something that you need to walk, like a destiny almost, like a purpose, a calling, as opposed to just something you do?
You know, my first podcast, I think that was kind of like the first time where like somebody slapped me around and they were like, you do understand your value, right? Like you're bringing a spotlight on all these businesses that might not be known, right? So for me, I mean, there's like a lot of variables, right? Like me coming from darkness, right? You know, I talked to my therapist and they're like, the reason why you're so giving is because you know what it is to go through the hardship, and now you don't wish it, not even to your worst enemy, right? That's why we're such givers, right? But yeah, you know, that first podcast was kind of like that. They kind of opened my eyes, like, oh, wait a minute, like that's what we're doing, right? Like we're bringing a spotlight on small businesses. How did the name come about, bro? I don't even. My wife claims that she came up with it. There's nothing hood about her, right? But happy wife, happy life. So I'll give her that credit. Yeah, you know the hood.
Shout out to his wife. She's watching this. One shout out to you.
Ya sabes, I love you, baby girl. You know, you're my rock, you're my everything. One of the reasons why we're standing here, or well, sitting here.
Yeah.
You know, because of my wife, my sugar mama. Ya sabes, you know who you are. You know, you're everything to me. You give me, you know, my children, the best thing that anybody could give me, and you know, yeah, just, you know, love and joy. But yeah, you know, just that kind of woke me up. Like, oh shit, like wait a minute, like we're kind of putting me up like as a superhero type of shit. And I'm like, what? Like really? Like, you know, like I don't even know how to, you know, cook. I don't, you know, picky eater. Da, 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 da. But then, you know, that I feel like I always tell myself, right? We are the person that we are today because of all the shit that we've been through, right? And I don't know about you, but I remember back in my childhood when I was in darkness, I kind of, you know, I told myself like, no, this can't be it. There's more potential in me, right? Like that, like I'm destined for more. And even in the darkness, I kind of knew something, but I couldn't see it until obviously it kind of like, we all have to go through something, right? So I feel like everybody that goes through a rock bottom knows what I'm talking about. Where like, oh shit, like it's 360, right? Like with the HoodFoodie, right? Like I said, you know,
A make or break moment.
exactly. You know, so I mean, something that I'm also still trying to understand and accept is my value. And like I told you earlier today, right? Like I'm still like we don't stop working on ourselves.
No.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Wow.
I mean, it comes with the territory. It's part of life, right? But you know, yeah, you know, just the fact that, you know, I was able to affect so many people, inspiring. You know, from the beginning stages, people were messaging me like, "You're such an inspiration." I was about to quit, but I saw, you know, one of your stories, and I kept going. Or the other day when they amputated one of my toes because of diabetes, and
Oh, wow.
you know, the executive chef knew me at the Providence Cedar Sinai in Tarzana, and she personally came to me, you know, for her to be like, you know what, I want to thank you. And I'm like, thank me for what, Carnalita? Oh, I want to thank you because I'm at right now where I'm at because you inspired me.
That's impact. That's powerful.
So now I understand it, right? Because I was always like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it, right? Why the foodie world? Because, you know, there's so much disconnect. But I feel like now understanding it is like, food is a platform. Food brings everybody together. But my cause is way bigger than me because it's not just food. it's mental health, it's family, it's community, it's you know, I mean, there's just so many doors that we have opened, and I feel like, you know, like when you told me, hey, you know, we should do like a little docu-series, blah, 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 like I was all for it, because when I started hearing people saying like, man, if you could inspire one person, you did your job. So that stuck to me. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna inspire, you know what I'm saying, even more than we would even imagine. And that's my cause. To show you that if I can do it with the little resources that I have, what's stopping you?
I love that. But I have to say, man, I haven't known you ultra long, man. We've probably known each other now for like maybe 2 months. Like we've been trying to make this interview happen. Kids in the street. We've been trying to make this interview happen for like maybe like 2 months, and you know, there's always been something. But God has a weird, divine way of making things happen. And
Yeah.
I have to say, man, like throughout the whole entire thing, man, you've been 10 toes down and just well, 9 now. That's how I had to do it. You know, like you've been like so consistent in this character that you say you are. You've done nothing but be a man of your word, and really like give me no reason to doubt and expect nothing but the best from you, and like that you're gonna back up your word and do what you say you're gonna do, man. And I just want to say I wish more people were like you, man. Like honestly.
You know, it's so funny you saying that. You know, there's also a connection with what you're saying, because one of the things is that you know, in this game, I feel that my character is a lot like my dad. Where he, going back to Leon, like going to Salamanca, right? Like, for my dad, like he was very like straight shooter. I mean, there are stories that my brother used to tell me where, like, you know, my brother, you know, my brother growing up, he loved the fast life, right? And my dad saw that. But my dad was the opposite. So when he was doing business in Leon, you know, his best friend who he got business with, his business partner, you know, wanted to cut corners. And my brother was like encouraging that. And my brother told me that he got the biggest whooping from my dad.
Good.
And he fucking told this boy, he's like, nah. Either we do it right or we don't do it at all. And I feel like that's how people know me. That's how people, you know, like you said, right? Like I try to be a man of my word. And you know, I run with morals, principles. I'm not here to like fuck over people.
So your dad having that strong, you know, impact and fatherly figure in establishing what integrity looked like, and you know, being uncompromising in that, really like set the tone for you early, and that's a lot of the foundation that he laid in you that you carry on to this day. Is what you're saying?
Oh no, just imagine, like, well, it's also personality, right? Like, we cater, like my dad, like, I don't see differences. Whatever it is, you know, female, male, whatever, I see you as a human. And I think that goes a long way with people because they feel it, right? And that's how I've been able to, you know, create relationships. Obviously, one of the key things is, you know, making sure you stand out. So I tell people, right, I'm connected to like the grandmas, you know, at their house, you know, cooking carnitas en la casa, to McDonald's CFOs, you know, of the franchises and everything in between. I mean, to the point where like some people have told me, like, you know, some, you know, executives, they tell me, please never change.
You shouldn't.
Please never change.
I'd say that. I'll tell you that to your face right now. You shouldn't. But I
Oh, no.
only known this guy for like 2 months, and I'm telling him not to change, man. Like, please be yourself, bro.
No,
The
and
world
like I said,
needs,
you know,
the world needs you. Dude.
and it's all about, you know, like being like everything that I'm good at, I don't mind sharing. Right? Like I've been through my, you know, trials and tribulations. I've been through my ups and downs, and it seems that I'm able to help guide people, or at least give them an idea of what direction to go, so that way they don't. But at the end of the day, you know, growing up, I was the type of person that said, I'm not gonna learn until I know.
You got a hard head.
But it has molded me to the person that I am today.
I feel that.
So I gotta give credit to that, right?
Yeah. 2 things. One, let me get another tortilla, por favor.
Oh no, yeah, handle it.
Yeah,
handle
bro,
it.
because it's calling me, brother.
Yeah, try to get one of the bottom ones there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we're making a mess up in here.
hey man, it's all good. It's all Gucci. Yeah, boy. So you said something that like stuck out to me, and I wanna circle back on that. You talked about highs and lows, and then you talked about people learning from you, and you know, oftentimes I feel like we're our own biggest enemies, right? Like, and we're our own biggest critics. So like, um, what's the journey for self improvement been like as far as like the inner voice of criticism and like weighing down on yourself and like, how do you cope with that and deal with that? What's your perspective on it?
Number one thing is that you got to surround yourself with a strong support system, and it has to be a solid support system. I'm talking about like it starts from home, because obviously it comes from from the closest to you too, right?
Yeah.
So you need a strong support system, and the mind is one of the most powerful tools, because one of the things that I learned from my dad was, the power of the subconscious mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing that he was kind of like prepping me to be the person that I am today. But I feel, I'm in the stage in my life where like mind control is very crucial,
It is.
right? And I feel like another thing that a lot of people can relate, right? Like, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, a lot of, my wife sends, going back to the support system, my lady sends me like, these motivational, inspirational reels and things like that, or things that I need to hear, right? I have a therapist. Like I said, I roll with Diosito. So one of the biggest things that we do as human beings to ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't know it sometimes, is that we're too hard on ourselves.
Damn, say that
Right?
again.
We're too hard on ourselves. And right now, like I said, the way that I'm coping.
Hold
like,
up. 1 second.
Yeah.
This is organic, baby. We really out here. This.
Oh no, we keep it real. We keep
Yeah,
it real, baby. Do I continue? Or?
Yeah, no, keep on going, bro.
So yeah, one of the hardest things that one of the things that we do to ourselves, not knowing sometimes, is that we're too hard on ourselves. And what I'm getting from a lot of these, podcasts, all these reels, these motivational reels, is that we gotta train those negative thoughts and turn them into coaching thoughts, right?
Can I get one more tortilla? I'm listening.
Course,
by the
of
way.
course.
We gotta take our negative thoughts and turn them into
It's all
coaching
good.
thoughts.
It's all good. Handle it.
I can multitask really well. I can. I might. Sometimes I don't look like I'm listening, but I'm paying so much attention. I'm a good listener. So okay. So you said turn those. You're talking about turn those negative thoughts into positive thoughts and.
I mean, obviously,
coaching.
a lot of people, it's 50-50, like professional help, right? Like,
Right.
especially being as a Latino, right? Like, we're, oh no, like, nah, they're not gonna help us.
Black people are like that too, man.
Oh yeah, give me some 7-Up and some Vicks, and we'll be cured. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I also gotta give credit where like therapy did help me out. Like it made me, because one thing is like being able to. We don't really have anybody like yeah, we have our spouse, significant other, whatnot, right? But I still feel like that's a little biased because they might kind of lash out through their stuff, right? And so I feel like we need a mediator to kind of give us a perspective of from the outside looking in, without any bias in between. Because I feel like we can focus more, and that's basically the chapter where I'm at in my life as far as healing myself. Because I honestly, I thought I was already loving myself. No, I found myself. I know who I am. But now I'm in the transition of like learning to love myself. And like I said, it's turning those negative voices into coaching voices. And you will be amazed of the capabilities you have. Like we were just talking about, like, let's do this, let's do that. Like, oh, anybody can do whatever we want to do. But it starts here. It starts with us. Like nobody has like nobody's responsible for us. Like I said, like I know that I need to challenge myself when I'm dyslexic. Okay, like let's keep trying to figure out a way to how to read books or like one of the things that somebody told me that always stuck to me. Don't bring me problems, bring me solutions. And I feel like that kind of always stuck with me. And now it's more like, okay, I see it. I know I'm doing something wrong. What am I gonna do to fix it? And that's how we grow.
I love that.
That's how we grow.
Seeing what HoodFoodie is as far as a food, a food influencing brand, and now you're gonna like pop the hood and get to see the engine, right? And see the inner workings and
Yeah.
see kind of how your motor runs, man. I think that it's really incredible that you have this guy who's got whatever hand he was dealt in life, but said, I'm not gonna let that be say that I'm gonna say game over. I'm gonna still play the game. And you know what? Beyond that, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. You playing to win right now, man. That's exactly what you're doing. I think that's incredible and it's so inspiring. And, I love this, man.
No, one of the biggest compliments that I come across is, obviously, my circle, right? Like, I'll see them and they're winning and this and that in their stories, and I'll be like, I always give credit where credit is due, and I'm proud of you, carnalita, carnalito, la la la. And for them to respond, well, you told us never to stop. And I'm like, damn, like, is that the kind of impact we have? Like, damn.
Yeah. I love it. So now I want to shift gears a little bit. We talked a lot about, what HoodFoodie is and who you are. Now I want to talk about your visions for the future. So what are your immediate goals, and then where do you also see this thing in like 5 or 10 years?
It's so funny you asked me that because, like I said, right, like I never looked for the HoodFoodie. HoodFoodie found me. I feel like it's kind of like, like I said, God giving me a second chance at life, and, being a pioneer of like pushing small businesses. So that's what the brand is known for, taking care of small businesses, right? And I've been doing it since Instagram started, right? But what people don't know is that I've been supporting all these small businesses, struggling myself to this day sometimes, right? So when it started, I didn't know what I had. I was a bit confused. Like, okay, I see there's a value. People are reaching out to me. Oh, damn, like big people reaching out to me. Like, what's going on here, right? So then obviously it gets to a point where like, well, damn, like, if this is something that one of the only things that I've known to love, why can't I make it a career, right? So then that's when kind of like I started like, the stars, not obviously not crazy because I was, catering to a community that didn't have much resources. But I was looking for the bigger brands or bigger people to keep funding it. But unfortunately,
Just the small ones that get the big fish.
Yeah. But unfortunately, like right now, what I'm trying to do is, establish myself first, and it goes back to understanding that I gotta love myself, right? Like so, for all these past years, I've been giving all of myself when I didn't even have enough. So I think that's the part where like 2024, like towards the end of the year, I got depressed. I got burned out. There was no way of like me, putting in for the community when at home I had a table to feed. Right? So it altered my state of mind. So 2025 is like, I can't be accessible no more. We're a brand already. We're known. Like we're a pretty big brand in LA, right? So the brand is established. So right now my goal is obviously to start monetizing from it. What does that look like? Every time I try to plan I can't even plan my 5-10 years because every time I try to change it up, it detours.
Oh, you need to do that HoodFoodie Fest, bro.
Well, no. Like I said, so now with this new mindset of like, starting to work on myself, to try to love myself. Why? Because I want to be able to make sure that I love myself to then be able to give all of me to people. Because how can I do it with the little resources that I have and then still taking my family with me?
Right.
Like we've stopped at places sometimes with no money, and people would charge us, and it's like, oh shit, like how do you feel about that? Like technically, I gotta be real with the people. Like, damn man, I didn't think you were gonna charge me because damn, like
I'm giving you free publicity. Like I'm over here supporting your business, and I've got a following, and I'm gonna bring you guys, like the $20 that you would have gave me for this, man. You're gonna make it back if at least one person comes to after this video and buys some food.
True, and definitely, it kind of started honing in where it's like, damn, like I'm feeding other people, but I'm struggling with mine. Mm-hmm. So where do I want to take this? This year, I actually started concentrating on the brand, on myself, on working on myself, even if I have to kind of like step back a little bit, which it seems like it doesn't because, beginning of the year with this new mindset, oh no, we did an interview with Telemundo, Acceso Total, connected with Jack in the Box. I don't see a lot of my peers doing stuff for Jack in the Box. So that just told me like that was a big one. I was able to, I got invited to Will Smith's, new release album party. So if you would have told me like, wow, like if I would have like concentrated on myself years ago, imagine where I would have been at now. But one of the parts of growing is being in the moment.
Right.
Okay, it didn't happen then, but now we acknowledge it now, and it's never too late. So this is our starting point again, right? Like we're starting again. Like okay, like, but yeah, at the end of the day, like you said, festivals, obviously a lot of people see the personality, so I feel like if you put together the right team, I think we can definitely create some magic, monetizing off of it, right? But I'm still I'm still in search to putting together that one team that that has to feel right, right? Because if it doesn't, like that's already telling. But like once it's crazy because like sometimes I don't know where the direction of the brand is. Like I feel like I just got to keep running with it, and it just I do have my knockdowns, but like I like I tell people, right? Like you can't stop. One of the keys to success is to never stop trying, and I feel like every time like my depression episode, this happens, that happens, it's momentarily.
Hey guys, can you guys just take it up a little bit further, just for a little bit, guys? Appreciate you, little brother. Thank you so much. Kids, what you gotta do, man? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Say, what part was that?
Talking about depression.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I mean, regardless of all the times that I get knocked down, we always got to look at that. It's momentarily, right?
Yeah.
Like we can't focus on that, and it goes back to like transitioning your negative thoughts to positive thoughts.
Right.
And just working, just it seems every time I get back up is, oh shit, it's a bigger brand or bigger podcast or radio station or it seems like it doesn't stop. It started as a little snowball effect, and it hasn't stopped. I mean, as you can tell.
So speaking of like stop, when it does stop eventually, and we gotta go and we gotta go see our maker. What do you want the legacy of this thing to say? Like, what's the overall impact that you want to leave on the earth, and like the imprint from all you've done with HoodFoodie, and when it, I believe perpetuates past you, and gets passed down, inherited to your kids. When it gets passed down to your kids, what do you want it to? What do you want it to all be about? Guys, I need you guys to go up a little bit further, please. Just like a little further north.
You want me to start there?
Yeah, you're good.
I mean, I just, as far as my legacy, which, I mean, for me, like, I struggle with the legacy, right?
Right.
Because I feel like I I always say, right, like I could care less about my legacy. I feel like, you know, for me, it's more like once I take that last breath, you know, I hope if I'm not able to provide what I need to provide to my family, you know, people take care of my family just the way that I took care of all the people that I did with no questions asked. And but as far as, you know, if you want to say legacy, what I want you to learn from me is I want to show you your superpowers. Pass it forward. Pass it forward. What is it? No, what is it? Play it forward.
Play it forward, pay it forward.
Because for me, it's I feel that's you know, that's life taught me, right? So it's only fair for me to kind of like, you know what, like there was people there that showed me my superpowers. I have a platform. I want to show you your superpowers, that no matter what you're dealing with, disabilities, financial, mental, you're capable of doing anything, but it starts with you.
I like that.
That's where I'm at in my chapter.
You want to leave a lasting impact of overcoming obstacles and, you know, just people believing that they can.
Like I said, I feel like that's why me questioning like why food, and then you know, beginning 2025, I asked God, and He said it's never been about the food. It's been about you. So that was just like a whole eyes opener. Like damn, like it took me all these years to realize that it was never about the food. Yes, you know, the relationships, the amazing people that I've met, the delicious food that was served to me with so much love, like that journey is you know, even with the ups and downs, because everything has to come with it, because you can't appreciate the little things without the hardships. So for me, you know what I'm saying, like it's definitely been a magical journey, and yeah, just like I said, you know, just putting my part, Diosito's plan.
Love it, bro. My brother, it has been nothing but an honor and a pleasure to sit down with you, have these amazing tacos. Carnitas El Momo. You got to come and get some, man. Come down and, yeah, they're awesome. I'm not even lying, man. Best carnitas I've ever had in my entire life. Dude, thank you for putting me on. Thank you for sharing with your heart, and just.
Feast
Hey, wait, come back. Can you get a feast mode on camera? Feast mode. Appreciate you, bro.
No, like I said, you know, I'm here to grow with people. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and you know, it truly means the world to me. I mean, hey, did it tell you that you're gonna be rolling with the HoodFoodie now? That's why I had to bring him here to the hood of Boyle Heights at Carnitas El Momo for what I have to say, some of the best carnita tacos that I've had, and I want to think that I've tried a few, but for some reason I keep coming back for more.
There's not much left, and I saved these for Israel, but if he doesn't want them, I'm gonna eat them. So these will be gone. But on behalf of the Noiria Media Company, HoodFoodie, I'm your boy Ace Noir. Good.
The HoodFoodie.
Hey, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Till next time.
And tell them that the HoodFoodie sent you.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I like that a lot. That's dope.